Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Frank, what's the player looking at here on the approach at the first?
Just a short iron. You really want to check which side of the mound that the flag is today. You do not want to be pitching your approach shot on the side of that mound.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Third shot, looking for a good one.
Great start.
The second hole, Frank, it's a short par.
Yeah, it plays a little bit downhill, about half a clutch. There's a sort of back area, and also that green starts to reduce in size on the left side. Good par 3.
Frank, there's really great history here at Quail Hollow.
Yeah, it's a private members club, Rich. It was founded by James Harris back prior to 1960. We know it hosted the Kemper Open from 69 through to 79, the Payne Weber from 83 to 89, and it's the host of the Wells Fargo Championship. Debuted back in 2003.
Should be pretty there on the safe side. Over this putt, concentrating. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Will make birdie if he holds this putt.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, here at the third, players facing a challenging tee shot.
For a number of reasons, Rich. One, that the hole bends to the left. Two, that the fairway starts to run out. And three, the length of the second shot. You get rewarded the better you hit your tee shot down here.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway.
You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Now from the rough, Frank, what's he facing?
The lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good comment. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
And it makes it in regulation. Frank, on an uphill shot like this, do anything differently of your setup over the ball?
Yeah, I wasn't too forward because on an uphill shot there's a struggle to get all your weight forward.
Should be safely. This one requires a little bit of focus. That would have been a real bonus had it dropped. As it is,
it's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
after all that, it's a bogey. Settles in over the putt. Simple, solid.
But one that you need to make.
Frank, this is a muscular par 4 here at just under 490 yards, the fourth at Quail Hollow. A difficult proposition.
It is, but fortunately that tee shot plays a little downhill. But one of the difficulties with the tee shot is the fairway kicks from right to left. So it needs a good one to keep it on the fairway, and another green that has 3 different levels.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway.
Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air. That easy.
What's the best chance for a birdie?
A nice high floating second shot would be the ideal go here, Rich. Just pitching slightly right of the flag, but you cannot afford to miss this green on the right.
Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. Frank, that
like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. Locked in on the read and the speed. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
So a tester from 4 feet. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Out a par here. Needs it. He's made it. Here we are at the par 5 fifth. It's 570 yards. Frank, this should be for most players, don't
Yeah, if you hit a good tee shot, especially with the... It will be, but the hardest part of this is judging that kick on the fairway that kicks the ball to the right, and it sort of turns at that awkward area at where the top of your tee shot range. That's where that dog leg is.
right out of the center of the...
Did you hear that?
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Right in the heart of green.
Second shot.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
He has a birdie opportunity here. And in for birdie. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. He's made it. Wow, Frank, this is all you want. Par 3, 250 yards here at the 6th.
Hey, that's what these guys need, especially in the championship. The hole plays a little bit downhill, but 250, whichever way you cut it, big par 3.
Not too bad, about 25 feet away. Frank, for players looking to improve their putting, what are some training methods they can use?
I think speed is always a good one when you get on the putting ground, trying to putt inside that 3-foot circle, because in the end all sports are the same. You're trying to focus in on the destination where that ball has to be delivered, whether it's tennis inside the court, basketball inside the rim, no different. As you get further and further away, then you just make an acceptable size circle that you're trying to putt within. So pace, very important.
Pretty good effort right there. That now over the putt. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Not a, but well within his range. Seems to really have the touch today. Well, Frank, an eagle is...
And a 6, and a 7, and an 8, or a 9, actually. This is a potential scorecard record, the 7th hole. Many a tee shot has found that creek on the right, trees, problems on the left. There's no question there's a reward for a good tee shot here. But then there's a decision on, do you go for this par 5 and 2? 30 yards. It is very tempting.
He has hit a good one. Frank, here we are at another par 5. Second shot to the 7th. Is it time to go pedal to the metal?
Yeah, this is the shortest of the 4 par 5s, and this second shot has to be respected. Left obviously isn't ideal, but it's still better than letting the ball go to the right.
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. Second shot coming up here at the par 5.
Safely on deck.
Huge chance to climb the leaderboard. A putt for eagle. He got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Soaring high and in the cup. That's an eagle. Frank, in modern golf, we're seeing more and more drivable par 4s, like the 8th hollow, 350 yards. What do you think of this hole?
It's drivable, some might say, but the angle of the green means it's hard for that tee shot to keep on the green. The reward for hitting a driver is try and sort of aim at that tree just left of the green. And the reason why is then you've got to pitch up the direction of the green. This is a really narrow green.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that going to put.
And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
Frank, out of the rough, best to or get after it with all you have.
Well, a little bit in between. Obviously, it's going to require a little bit of strength to make sure that club keeps going through, but it's still the plan. Once again, check short, do everything I have to carry, and even remember, there's always of just simply pitching the ball down the fairway and taking your medicine.
How about that shot? From that lie to get it that close, tremendous effort. So in the first cut here, it could be worse. Frank did the thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance to perhaps get away with par.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Feet. That's a solid par putt. Did the job right there. We are at the 9th hole at Quail Hollow, 405-yard par 4. Frank, it is the longest par 4 on the golf course. Is it, in your estimation, the toughest?
I think the green stops it from being the toughest, Rich, because it does kick in from the side. But when you see holes like this, there's no surprise why the Rory McIlroys and the Ricky Fowlers have won around here. This is just a great driving par 4. He's gone for a little extra.
And that ball is absolutely scorched. Just hit a seed out.
Smoked that
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Frank, what's ahead now on this approach shot at the long par 4 ninth?
What's in favour for the player, Rich, is the fact that both the left and the right side of the green slope back towards the middle. So you can almost use them like sideboards.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
That was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Now playing the second here at the par 4. Locked in on the read and the speed. Beautifully done. Nice birdie. So a tester from 4 feet. Has it. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Davolo. Sports back at Quail Hollow, set to kick off the backside. Is a good par 5, Frank.
It certainly is. Hole bends a little left. There's the bunkering down that left side that you've got to keep slightly right of. Second shot plays ever so slightly downhill to a rather narrow green, and if anything, you want to favour that left side.
Excellent looking shot here. In the fairway here, nice way to start.
There is fairway out there. There is.
Can't find it though. Frank, it's a hard game to play. Grass.
And that's where he's been more not today.
Frank, in golf, as we know, short grass and there's long grass. We all want to be in that short grass, but it doesn't work out that way. So what's the important element? Shot from the rough.
You be a little bit more conservative first and foremost. A perfect strike out of the long grass. So therefore you have to look around the greens, maybe short, to the right, to the left, and realize what also just of a slightly bigger target. Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in.
Played the smart shot right there. Like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole. Don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Starting the back nine on a sour note here with a bogey at the 10th.
Snack though.
Frank, there's an old basketball announcer who used to say when a ball went in and out of the cylinder, just the way that one did, he would say, ringtail howitzer. And that one just in. And he makes it for a bogey here. This for birdie. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, on this backside at Quail Hollow, a player does have a good chance to get off to a start with that par 10th and now relatively short par 4 11th, where a player with a good drive could stick a short iron in there.
Yeah, this is have to make a decision. You can just play this as a straightforward dogleg left par 4 and hit a 3 long iron up there and 9. Something like that into the green. Or if you want it, you can try and blast a driver on it. A prudent play, but it's fun.
Not on the fairway. That'll be a tough shot coming up next. Frank just into that first cut.
Sitting up, really, this isn't too bad a situation.
Pretty good right there. On the safe side. Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. The green is up above, and this will play at least a club longer. He'll have 17 feet on this putt. You can't leave it short, Frank.
Oh, and especially right in the middle.
Been all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Hurts. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Putt for par. He needs one. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Simple, solid, and he'll take
But one that you need to make.
par 412 here at Quail Hollow, 456 yards. Frank, break it down for us.
Well, there's no bunkers either side, so you feel like there's nothing to work the ball off, and consequently easy to sneak it in the rough on the left or the right, and then that makes that second shot so much more difficult. Hole that you have to pick a line. You really have to know your line off the tee. There's a nice big tree down there. Distance, that's the one you want to work it off. There's always advantage of hitting it in straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start. Ah, nice.
Looks good. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
So the approach to the 12 will leave him about 30 feet away. This is a pretty difficult proposition. Frank, we always say about Quail Hollow, you have to play with a clear head. You have to be thinking your way around this golf course. So what's the right thought process on this second shot?
Keep the ball in the right section. That front portion there, you can't afford to go long when the flag's there. Conversely, when the flag's in the back, you can't afford to be putting up and over that ridge. So you've got to be flying that ball all the way back there.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him. When you consider the length of that putt, that's a good putt.
Standing over this putt, concentrate on the read. And that's in for a par. made it. Now to the par 3 13th hole. Frank, this one 10 yards.
Very, very good par 3. This is actually a big green. It's 37 yards deep, but it actually plays small. The front right portion, there's a roll-off area in the middle and there's a roll-off area in the back. So don't be deceived by the size of this green. You better be pitching that tee shot right bang in the middle. This one's going left, Rich.
Flag stick here, but looks as though it will find the green. Leaves that one about 20 feet out from the cup. Nicely played shot. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Never a bad card. That's par. Did the job right there. Well, Frank, as we arrive at the par 4 14th, just yards, our players no doubt are looking for a little advice from a guy who's been there. You've done it at the highest level. What's the right play here?
Rich, after all these years, I think it's like a modified tee shot. And what I'm going to say with that is like a strong 3-wood, something that pitches around 270 and kicks 30 or 40 yards, finishes up about 20 yards short of the green. I think that's the best ploy. You won't be able to get at all the flags, but I think you'll play the hole under par for the week.
When's the right time to pull out the big driver and have a go at this green?
I don't think there is, but maybe you at home should try.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that. Oh, I like that.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, really good chance. Position to make a birdie.
Yeah, the thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That will be a great look at birdie. Second shot, good look at the green. It's a big putt right here for birdie. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
He's made it. Now at the par 5, 15th hole, 577 yards. Frank, you remember what Rory McIlroy did here in 2010, that final round, 62?
I certainly do, Rich. That was an amazing run on the second 9. And holes like this, too. He just stood up here with a driver and just obliterated it down there with a nice draw. Took those bunkers out of play and just set up a mid-iron.
He just blasted that one down the fairway, out there about 325 yards. Second from an excellent lie. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway. Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Just a little tap in here. Looks like he just misread that. And for the putt. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Will make birdie if this drops. Stroke that with authority. At last, we have arrived at the start of one of the most daunting finishing stretches in all of golf. They call it the Green Mile, 16, 17, and 18 here at Quail Hollow. The 16th is a par 4, 508 yards, Frank.
And this hole was made even more difficult when they pushed that green further left to bring the water more in play with the second shot. I mean, it's a great par 4. It's strong in every department.
That's been the story of the day. Hacking tough.
You're going to have grass stains on the shoes come the end.
Way offline all day long.
Yeah, this is a head scratcher, really. I've seen him play before. Much better than this. This is abnormal, that's for sure. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. He had this one, the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this is on the fairway, over 300 yards. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
It's a 180-yard shot, his second. Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Yes, he's holed it, Frank.
Unbelievable. From that distance.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Mark that as a birdie on the card. Frank, this is all you want in a par 3, especially late in the round. You have to carry the water. You have to deal with the pressure. At 221 yards, this requires a player's very best.
On the process of elimination, don't go long, don't go left, don't go short, and right is marginal. It doesn't leave you with much.
Appears to be tracking well. Oh, my goodness, Frank. I think that baby went in.
Should be safely on deck.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Now to the finishing hole here at Quail Hollow. Frank, what can we expect?
If there was a name for this hole, Rich, it should be called Narrows. The creek that meanders its way down the left side and actually divides that hole into really half the size of what a normal par 4 should be. That makes it hard. The bunker on the right is your bailout area. Just over 290 yards to get past that, and then the narrowest green that still sits up against the lake. This is just a brutal finish.
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank.
Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
Wow, what impact. Crushed it. Final approach shot of the day here at the 18th. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful on him.
Not go in.
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Good, just did not final break.
Lock. Speed. It is in the hole. Another thriller from here at Quail Hollow in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm Rich Lerner, alongside Frank Nobilo. And for all of us here at EA Sports, until next time.